You want to know the real secret to true partnership with horses? I have 3 essential things that we have to do in order to create a true cooperation, which in turn turns into a real, working, effective and functional partnership. We need to create a great language, a good language with our horse, where we can speak to each other every way we want and all the time. No matter if we are like this on the ground, I can say, can you go backwards? Can you go over there? Can you go sideways? Can you move the butt only? Can you move the front only? Can you go forward? Can you do all of those things? So we have an effective language based on understanding and not just force or intimidation or fear or anything like that. So that's the first essential thing, creating a language. And then we go into the second one. That is using that language to create a mindset in the horse. And that is where like having obstacles like this is really, really great to create a mindset. So I can actually ask my horse to think constructively and not just on one thing either or. So I can ask my horse to touch this log with his nose. Can you go and touch the log with your nose? Let's see. Ask him to do something, my friend. There you go. So that's one thing we could do. What we also could do is we could maybe see, can he back through a little gap like this? Can he find the way? So I'm just saying, can you back up here? And can you find your way through a gap? Oh, there's a log. Need to fix it. Just think backwards. Can you think constructively and find the gap instead of me just micromanaging and steer it? Leave it up to him and create that constructive mindset. And another thing could be, can you also like go sideways and put the log in between your legs under your belly? Can you do that on your own like this? Because this, for instance, if I were to ride him, is a great position for me to have him in, because now all of a sudden I'm up here and then he can just stand there, take the responsibility, and I can get on him very easily. Like most people could be able to get on a horse like this. This is constructive thinking. But it's also like now we've asked him to touch this. We can also ask him to jump it. We can ask him to do a lot of different things. So the second essential thing to think about or do with a horse is use the language to create a specific mindset, a cooperative, constructive, and then positive mindset in the horse. The third essential thing is to create responsibility in our horse. And responsibility is a big thing for horses. That's something that's very important when they're in a herd, like a herd of wild horses. They have very specific responsibilities, which is keep up with the rest of us and go with the rest of us. And it's also be aware of the herd, the environment, and stuff like that. So I use the same kind of responsibilities with the horse. So that can be, okay, right now we are actually standing still here. The responsibility is just to maintain that position there. So that is the position. Now he's thinking sideways. There you go. So I'm asking, can you stay there? And let's stay there on your own. So I'm not holding him. I'm just, okay, can you stay there? Oh, wait, hey, it's your responsibility to stay there. It's your job. It's not my job to keep him there. I don't want to tie him up just to have him stand there. Can you stay there on your own? And I can maybe, if I need to take a call or I need to pick up something, or can my horse stand there and stay with me and relax and take that responsibility? There's another responsibility that we want a horse to do, and that is to maintain, like keep up with the rest of us. So in a herd of horses, for instance, the herd will say, okay, now we are trotting to the water hole. So let's say I'm asking him, say, okay, let's trot. Well, he's cantering. So let's say just trot. We are trotting to the water hole now, and the water hole is that direction there to the left. Now it's his job to keep trotting until we reach the water hole, and it's keep trotting to the left until we reach the water hole. That's another responsibility that horses have in the wild. that I want to teach my horses together with me. And I do the same while riding. I create a language there and I teach them to have a constructive mindset while riding. And then I also teach my horses to take responsibility of the speed, to keep up, to go with me. And the last part is the awareness, to be aware. So what if the herd all of a sudden changes directions? So I'm taking a step back there and then a step forward there. That's his responsibility to keep that in mind, to be aware of what is happening here in the herd. So let's do it again. Let's see, make it very obvious. So I take a step back and then I take a step forward, and he needs to be aware of it. So I don't have to really tell him all the time what to do, but he needs to be aware of all of that. And then we can do the last little test and see if he's still connected to me and if he's motivated. So if you look at me, let's see how little I can do to get him to move his butt and come in here. So that is a horse that is taking responsibility. And these are my 3 essential things to create and do with my horse, both on the ground and while riding, is to create a language. So we have a way of talking with each other. And then we use that language to create a specific constructive and positive and cooperative mindset in the horse. So he's not instinctive, he's not destructive, he's not thinking of me as a predator and an enemy, he's thinking of me as a partner. And then we also want to teach the horse to take responsibility together with us, because then we do something that is very natural for horses to do, but then with a predator and with a partner. So then we really have something dynamic going on here. And both on the ground and while riding, we have created a true cooperation-based, communicational-based, and psychology-based partnership. And that is what I want with all my horses. That is what I'm teaching people to do. So hopefully you like that. Hopefully it starts off something in you that you want to be motivated and inspired to create a great partnership with your horse, just like with Dusty and me. And then don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. And just go out, make a difference in your partnership with your horse.